Ready?
Yep.
Yeah.
Hey, Internet, and welcome to the Nights of the Drunk Watch. We are doing a Ready or Night movie review full of spoilers. So
All of the spoilers.
If you haven't seen this movie, turn this off. Go check out our spoiler-free review. And then when you watch the movie, come back to this video and watch this one.
Yep.
I'm Zach.
I'm Andrew.
I'm Mark.
I'm Jacob.
We're the Nights of the Drunk Watch.
And now our talk begins.
And now it continues.
So this movie is awful. It sucks. Don't go see it.
Don't listen to
We
him.
didn't really like it.
That's it. That's all I got to say.
We're only
Just
doing 2
kidding.
videos on
I'm
it.
kidding. I'm joking.
Yeah. No, actually, watching it, I mean, I didn't really know much about it going in, and I went and I saw it, and I really enjoyed it. I thought it was, it was fun. It was a lot of dark humor. We were, and it was what, like half a house full of
I think it was less
people?
than that.
Yeah,
It was like 15 of us.
I know when I bought my ticket, there may be like 2 or 3 other tickets sold in the entire theater.
There were a couple
We're
other
definitely
small
people.
groups
There was
in the theater.
max 20.
We were pretty much the only ones laughing.
Yeah, I thought the people behind, I thought the 2 groups behind us were going to talk through the entire fucking movie.
So this movie is
thought it was-
definitely, like we said, a black comedy. There is lots of death in it, lots of gory
There
death.
since we are doing spoilers, there are 15 body counts
yes
in this movie.
Right. So, I think most of the servants died creatively. I enjoyed that because they were all different deaths.
Oh my god. Yeah.
So all the maids who are dressed like in some kind of weird mini.
Satan's made.
Yeah.
You spend the first
So here's my first question.
Okay.
Here's my first question. This is why I wanted to talk about shit where we can do spoilers.
Right. Go ahead.
One of the things when it got slow and I got distracted and I needed another shot, we could give it 4 shots for the movie. It's like, what is the servants' relationships to this family? Have they bought into this? Because because the third one especially was hiding for her life.
But she said she wasn't a maid. She said she was not.
She was
a
a
maid.
dancer.
The only reason she was there was because Mr. Ladomas or whatever liked the way she danced. So she wasn't even a maid.
Or whatever. Was this
the
her
help.
first day and so she hadn't been clued in yet?
Okay, well, it seemed like
Cause
at
The
least
last time that this happened was the 80s.
I know, but
And
I mean,
she's not that
the
old.
butler knew about it.
She was not that old.
But that's still. Emily wasn't even born.
Wait. All right. Well, it seemed like yes, the butler who was down there like whistling in the kitchen and stuff. He totally knew. He had been with the family for a long time. He knew what was going on, and he was all for it. But it seemed like more those 3 maids / servants that they had. They seemed to just be hired help, and they did not really know what was going on.
Well, the first one was supposed to watch the kids.
Right, and even then, it didn't seem like she even knew what was going on. She was just told, you
Keep them in
need
this
to
room.
keep these 2 children
asleep.
here in this room, make them go to sleep,
And they're safe.
watch them.
Right.
But the second one came in and told her where she was.
Right.
I saw her. You can go get
Well,
her.
she may have caught on because that was part of the is that I guess in the past the first shot has been a kill. They've killed them in the first, I found you, boom. And this time, the first kill wasn't a kill, and that she caught on that they were trying to. I don't think she was supposed to catch on that they were going to kill her. I think that was part of the fluke.
Which one?
Grace.
Well, yeah, no,
I
I
think
mean,
the-
yeah, Grace was not supposed to.
No, but the second
We're talking
maid
about the
came
maids.
in.
Right, so
and
what
she
I'm
was
saying
like,
is...
I saw her.
So what I'm saying is, since Grace clued in, I think the maid also clued in what was going on.
Okay, that.
But then why wasn't she hiding like the third maid?
I think the third maid was just fucking scared that
She
there was
probably
murders
thought
happening.
She'd be okay.
I think the third maid was just someone's getting murdered to
Because it took 2 deaths for one of the other
And
maids
she probably
to
had
realize
to-
there's bad shit happening.
she probably
I
had to
don't wanna
clean
be
up
here.
the mess. Is probably what happened.
Okay, but her whole death
No,
inside the little.
they always drug the bodies out.
Right.
And the dude, you saw him with the mop bucket going to clean up.
Okay. I mean, she definitely, the third one definitely clued in that people are getting murdered.
Right, but see, that's what this is going back to the argument I had with Jacob. It's like not everyone was there in the 80s when it happened.
Correct, yeah.
Right.
Everyone in the house at some point, everyone in the family at some point had to buy into it without having, Emily, her husband, and Daniel's wife, had to buy into it without ever participating.
Right, correct.
Yes.
So the husband and wife, the Domas, and the two sons and the aunt
And the aunt.
were the only people who have
had done it
who have
before.
seen or done this before.
Yes.
That's what you're saying.
Correct.
And the other half just have to believe.
But so my first question was, and I mean basically answered it, is like how do the servants buy into? Because the servants didn't. Well, I mean they were already dead, but
Right.
I mean we didn't know that
You
they would.
just say, hey, so here's the deal. You've been hired in now. We worship Satan, by the way. BT Dubs.
BT Dubs.
We worship Satan. So we got to sacrifice people every once in a while, you know?
Okay, so then
Well, no, because they sacrifice goats every other year.
Oh, that is true. They do
yeah,
sacrifice
they do
goats.
a
I
sacrifice every
knew
year.
that I knew that was a very Satan worshipping thing when she went
that-
into the barn
that-
and there were just a bunch of goats.
Just a
in
bunch
there.
of ghosts, yeah. But that did answer my question about the goat pit, because if it was just the bodies, it wouldn't have been full of flies after 30 years later. But if they're throwing
Goats.
annual
fresh
goats, then that keeps it
Annual
fresh. Or monthly.
annual
Maybe the
goats.
goats are monthly.
They
I don't know.
definitely-
Oh my god! Although I have to say, like, okay, first off, when she opened the barn and it's like there's that weird.
Oh, I thought she was going
thing
to lock
right
someone
there.
in there. I didn't
Yeah.
think she was going in.
And stuff, but like you fall in, like at that point, the night to fall in there, like she just got shot through the hand, and you're like, oh my god! And then they cut to the nail, like they immediately
Yeah.
showed that nail
the
the
hands go
moment
through
she
that
fell
nail.
in, and it's like, oh, but bravo to her, like that is the point that just like adrenaline and the pure
Yeah.
instinct to survive
And
just
fear.
goes, just like climbing out of that. I wouldn't even know how I would have reacted.
So then
Having
here's
fallen
my
in it.
second question.
Okay.
More questions.
Is knowing, because this also links to my later theory, going with the fact that the first two spouses are basically gold diggers.
Yeah.
How?
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
Daniel's wife,
Right. Yeah.
Emily's husband, who he was that a gay boyfriend? I mean, was that a boyfriend he had, or he was texting someone?
Yeah, it just kind of sounded like...
It had a gay vibe
Well,
to me.
Did it? It was just like, I thought it was like a what's up, bro?
Yeah, like
I think that was literally
Yeah, but then
what's up, bro?
it was the "What's up, bro?" But then his name was like Bootsy Butterscotch or something. I'm like his
what? I
There
didn't
was-
see that part.
yeah, there was something like
I didn't
really
know
like
his name.
not like gym buddy,
Right.
texting. So
Right.
that's why I got the gay vibe, because he said "What's up, bro?" But then he was like he had a
Gym
nickname
buddy.
for him.
Do like
Because
frat
that's how
boys not
straight
just
guys
give
work.
each other names like Bootsy Butterscotch?
Yes, no.
Only when they're gym buddies.
Okay, Jim.
Anyway, so
What was your point?
I'm getting there. Let me recollect my thoughts. So they get married, they play the game, they get not hide and seek,
Right.
and then
They were saying they got like chess or
One
something.
dude got
But
chess,
the-
one dude got...
Backgammon.
Old Maid.
Old Maid.
Old
Like, what the
Maid
fuck is
and
Old
Go
Maid?
Fish were those
Right.
two spouses. They described other people playing other. They made a joke about chess, but so all right. So you don't have to do the sacrifice. What do you have to do to bind you to the devil? Do you? I mean,
Well, I took it as this is what I understood was
You
they were
married into
already
the family.
evil already.
no. But the thing is if the family loses the game, they explode.
Right.
So when you marry into the family,
That's only if the hide and seek is pulled, I think.
right. No, that's that game. If they lose the hide and seek game, if the
But-
family loses,
right.
they explode.
And
Everyone exploded.
from what I understood
not just
was
the blood.
the only people that got hide and seek were the pure of heart.
Well, see, I think the people who got hide and seek were the one true loves.
Oh,
Because the
possibly.
aunt talked about having to do that to
That's
the one person
possible.
she ever could love.
Yeah,
And I also think it happens once in a generation.
that's true too. Yeah,
Because the aunt, didn't happen to Andy McDowell.
right,
And then here two, she was the third of three siblings.
right,
Spouses.
right.
So he
Okay.
was hoping they would never get married because he truly loved her.
Right. Okay,
So-
I see that too.
All right. Well, actually,
But again, you play the game, you play Go Fish, then. But what binds you to the devil?
They have to do all the goat
You're
sacrificing.
just in
You
the
just
family.
once you start doing well, yeah, but is it? I mean, can it be that passive?
Or it could be that passive. It's the devil.
I don't know the rules.
It's just devil. Devil does what devil do.
When he calls for you, got to come. You know.
okay, so I would like to talk about like the characters within this story. Is that I mean, yes, obviously, you know, we want to root for Grace because she is pretty much the heroine / protagonist of the story. But what I loved about some of these characters was that you saw, I mean, the dad was obviously like the evil one because that actor, I can't remember his name.
Henry Cersney.
Yeah, he plays the douche or asshole in almost everything.
Looks like he does it well.
So it's
Yeah,
kind of like
certainly ever since Revenge, his second act
Yeah.
career has been the douche.
and in Mission Impossible,
Patriarch.
he played the bad guy
Hey.
and stuff. So, but having like Andy McDowell in there, I really
was
liked
great.
her character because you could see it in her face that she didn't want to be doing this. She just wanted to be closer to her son, and then she would have moments where she would talk to him, or even to Grace, where she's all like, "I'm sorry that this is happening." And stuff, and so you kind of kept thinking, "Oh, maybe she'll turn out all right in the end."
Well, and she, I feel like she was rooting for her too, especially at the
Yeah.
beginning. Like, make him come back to us. You know, I think she was basically saying, if you survive this and you become part of the family, please promise me that y'all
yeah,
will
and
be
she kept
part
saying
of the
she's like the only one that she's actually liked.
right.
So you know, we always kind of kept hoping that Andy McDowell would do the right thing in the end, and then you have Adam Brody.
Adam
Adam
Brody,
Brody.
Daniel.
And then you had him in there who was, you know, the brother-in-law, and he kept kind of, you could tell he wasn't cool with
Well,
it.
he had said if he could have said something, he would have probably talked him out of getting married.
Right.
Wait, now my question was, because I could not remember now, in the prologue,
Mm-hmm.
the memory that they showed us when one of the brothers hid the other one in.
Daniel puts
shoved-
Alex
yeah.
into the.
Closet.
Okay,
in the
wait, I
closet.
don't know their real. I
Adam
don't know the
Brody.
character names.
Adam Brody puts his little brother, the groom, into the closet.
Okay. Thank you, because I couldn't remember watching the whole
And then
video.
they made
which
him
was
go to the
supposed to be
ceremony,
which.
didn't they? To his uncle.
Okay,
I don't know-
so
I
that's
don't
why
know.
Adam
No,
Brody
well-
was acting the way that he did.
No, I don't know
because
if we
he
saw that.
it.
I mean, someone we don't know, maybe his mother, said, "I'm very proud of you," and that brings me to another point later. But yeah, and I think that's the last we. I don't know if they brought the
Because
boy
we
in or
and we
not.
never saw the sister before
The sister, I don't think, was born.
Right. Right.
Well, the boys were definitely there the second time they attempted to perform the ritual.
Oh yeah. Well, no, the sister's children.
Yeah.
But we're talking
Yeah.
about little
The
Danny and
original.
Alex.
Yeah, because it just cuts off as soon as they
Yeah.
I'm so proud of
So
it.
I took it as that's what fucked him up. Like that's what he's a drinker and a drug user. Like he
Well,
is.
I mean, I think again, the boys were supposed to be like in the present day. The boys were supposed to be in bed asleep and watched over by a maid.
Right.
So those boys were probably supposed to be tucked away.
right.
And
Well, but
and
he
got
seemed to
out
know
and-
what was going on because he shot her in the barn, which.
We were talking about
We're talking about little
Past.
Dicks,
Okay,
the
well,
past.
sorry, but talking about the
It's-
future.
yeah, there's a lot of little boys.
well, they're parallel to
No, I'm saying when that little boy shot Grace in the barn, like there was actually a cheer in the theater whenever she went up and just like punched him in the face.
she knocked him out.
I mean, no, it's like
I don't
and she had
blame
every
her.
right too. He shot her through the fucking hand.
I wanted one of those. You shot me. I wanted one of those takes of like the fuck.
You
Well, she did say the fuck, but
You shot me right in the
yeah. But it seemed like those two kids were, or at least that one was fucked up.
Yeah.
That kid was like, "Well, everybody else is doing. Everybody else is murdering
Yeah.
my
Everybody
aunt."
else
I'm
is
So
not
I
murdering
gonna
saw
murder-
what was happening, so I picked up a gun,
Yeah.
followed her, and shot her.
The gun specifically, the coked out.
The coke out sister.
Coke out mother
sister.
lost.
Yeah.
Well, I knew that was coming back.
Oh
some-
my god,
some
that coked out sister-in-law, she was
Sister.
the best.
She was the actual sister.
So sister.
She was
Yeah.
sister.
well, sister-in-law to
Yeah.
Grace.
Sure.
So
That's
it looked like
because-
there was two fucked up children, and that they were really looking to whatever the main guy's name was to carry on the family. Like they were really hoping he would continue this. Because the
why?
other two were the aunt and the dad had a conversation in the bedroom that Daniel was to carry on, was to lead the family forward.
Because he was the only one who saw
Mr.
what's
Bale.
No,
in
Alex.
the chair.
Alex, sorry,
He said-
which one was Alex?
The groom.
the
The
main
groom.
lead.
The groom
lead.
claimed as a child to have seen Mr. LaBelle sitting in his chair.
Right.
Right, LaBelle?
Yeah.
Yeah, but then
Was
the
it
only
LaBelle or
time
just
we
Bale?
saw is
Yeah,
that
it's LaBelle.
Grace.
Was it?
It was LaBelle.
Grace saw him. So what?
Grace
Is,
saw him at the end, yeah.
are
He gave her,
can
he
we
gave her like a
discuss
sup
that?
nod.
Yeah, like
You
what,
did it.
What
You're
was that?
I think that was just, first of all, showing us that he's real.
Yeah.
And second, being, I guess he was just like, you win. You know?
Yeah, I mean, it was game recognizing
You
game.
got
It was
me.
like, oh, you're cool. You can go.
So okay, so now here's the thing that I was talking about with my nitpicking with the writing,
Okay.
and the use of the prologue and not saving it for later, is because kind of looking back on the movie, the stakes were for Grace wasn't win or lose, it was live or die.
Right.
Because once she pulled that card, she was a human sacrifice.
Correct.
You know, the game was really about the family finding her and sacrificing her before sunrise.
Right.
Yeah.
They were the win or lose situation. She was just live or die
Right.
because she wasn't going to win. If she made it to sunset, it wasn't like, oh, you beat the devil.
But
You
I mean,
get to
in
join the family.
theory, it's the same way for the family. For the family, is at least the dad 100% believed it's live or die. It's
Well, I
either-
mean, win or lose was live or die,
Yeah.
but they could win the game.
True.
Grace could not. There was no game for Grace to win.
Right. She was
And
going
I
to
felt
lose
like-
everybody or
Wait,
lose
why
herself.
do you say that? Because she did technically win.
Well, no, but I mean, from her point of view, I mean, she wasn't. I mean, when she pulled that card,
You're not
I mean, yes, she could live till sunset and live, but she wasn't. She was marked for death. Period.
Right.
On from the families.
But
Right.
she didn't die.
I'm
But-
sorry, yeah, I can't talk to you right now. You're
No, I
too
understand.
drunk.
I understand what you're saying. Because either way, she was either going to lose her whole family, or she was going to lose her life.
Right, but from her side of it, the stakes were. From her side of it, she's like, "Oh, we're gonna play hide and seek.
Right.
You know, if I can stay hidden until sunrise, I win. Ha 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 ha." But really, and now I'm getting too confused. And stop doing that, please.
Farting on him or something?
No farting. I mean, I understand what you're saying. I get it.
So, and the thing is we did. I think I would have liked it better if we went into the film like just thinking the stakes were her stakes.
Right. Okay.
Make it to sunset and live, and be introduced throughout the movie that more of what the family stakes were. Because we were like tipped a little bit of the family stakes,
Right.
but not completely. And so then it was, you know,
Well, I think part of it was we're supposed to sort of be on the fence of like, this is bullshit. These
Right,
people are
right. I was
crazy.
wondering, like, what would really
but I
happen.
think we would have
if she
felt they were
made it out?
bullshit regardless if they said, "Okay, now hide," and they pulled out all their weapons.
So, but also, if you'd seen the trailer, you'd know what was coming.
Right,
So
no, but
they
I'm
would
saying
have to change
from the
too.
trailer,
You're talking about
from the
the twist
trailer,
of
we
it.
just know it from Grace's point of view.
Right.
That you go in and she has to play this game and she has to make it to sunset to live. What you don't know is the family needs to kill her before sunset to
But
live.
we didn't need to
Right.
know that
From
in
the
the
trailer.
trailer.
Well, I mean, from the
But
trailer,
that- but
they're
I-
definitely trying to kill her, though.
Right.
Right. But what
He's saying is the part of the story.
so we were given a little bit. We were given a little information that they're going to sacrifice her,
Right.
and I think if it was just a matter of if you just take what we knew from the trailer, make it to sunset, you live,
Right.
and didn't start and save the layering in of what their stakes are
Right.
is they have to kill her or they die.
Right. Toward the end later.
Getting throughout the movie, rather I think I'm just saying what little that they tipped us beforehand muddled the stakes for
No,
me,
I
as
understand what you're
opposed to
saying.
just this wicked game that they were.
I
gonna
understand what
play.
you're saying. I understand what you're saying.
And also, I think
So they basically blew their wad way too early in the movie.
right. I think they could also have raised the stakes for us with the family if they also spent a little bit more time. They didn't seem. like Alex really thought there was a chance she wouldn't draw the card. He was really hoping for it. But I think the older members of the family should have known that Alex was the last one of his generation.
Right.
That card was due.
Because it happens
That's
every
true.
generation.
Because it only makes sense that it happens every generation.
It needs to remind everyone what
But
happens.
they didn't.
Because
They didn't tell us that. That maybe was
Well,
bad
because-
Yeah,
storytelling.
they didn't tell. I mean, I'm making that
Well,
up.
because
No,
when we
but-
saw like the aunt, what's her
Right.
face with the evil like permanent scowl on her face. I've never seen any actress just have a permanent scowl on her face. But so she was the one who was the younger one that we saw in the prologue.
Yeah.
She was the
The
bride
bride.
in the 80s.
And it's like, so it was enough to remind the current parents what it was, and then all of the children, even though they were super young when it happens, like, this is what will happen.
Right.
Because Henry Sursney and Annie McDowell were there
Yeah.
in the 80s. And I think if we could have had a little bit between, like, maybe husband and wife saying,
This is it.
like, this is it.
This is it. She's the one.
That card's coming up. But, I don't know. That was just... Those are the things that took me away from the movie when it got slow.
Okay, I see that. I see what you're saying. Yeah, it would have been interesting they would have kept that kind of twist to the the third act.
Or not even the third act, but it's like as it grew, we realized throughout the film, because we learned a lot more about it in the
Right.
talking about it. But I don't know, and that's just the thing that I got.
I wonder if they did it like that the first time, and the audience was like, "Well, wait, what happened?"
Yeah, the audience didn't know what the fuck was going on.
What, the devil worshippers? I think maybe that would have been too jerky. I don't know.
I did think that moment kind of ruined it at the end when they were all like, "Hail Satan!" And then it was like, okay, like...
It was very Rosemary's Baby.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
It was like they had a good story going along, and then they tried to say it the first time. They went, "Hail," and then they got interrupted.
And then
They threw up. He
Yeah,
poisoned them.
and then they But then just be like, "Hail Satan!" Like, I felt that kind of ruined it for me.
And that jerked me a little bit too, because they're calling Mr. LaBelle the whole time. And then, of course, and maybe that's a French word for Satan. I don't know, but
Baal is a demon.
It's a demon.
Yeah.
So, but then it became
Baal.
So I guess
Baal is it.
maybe the demon wasn't Satan, but it was the demon who set them up. But
Well,
all of a
Baal
sudden it became Hail Satan.
is one of the brothers of Diablo.
That's the
I
devil.
felt like I think we're smarter than the average bear.
Right.
I feel like Joe Beer can watching this movie and be like, "The fuck." They're not going to put all the pieces. We know the occult because we read it and watch it and da-da-da-da. But Joe Beer Can's be like, by them saying Hail Satan, this
Well, yes.
is what it is. On the nose.
Yeah.
This is what it is.
Yeah.
If you missed
didn't
all
know
the
who
signs.
we're worshiping Satan.
Right.
But like, I want to go back and now I'm wanting to re-listen to what they said about. Oh, they were on the ship and with the game, and then the box, and he had to until they got off the ship to solve the box thing.
He
Like,
basically sold
Basically,
himself.
He sold his soul to the devil to
And
be
then-
wealthy.
Right. That's what
successful.
he did. And the wager, you have to do this box
Every year.
to figure it out every year. And if you figure it out, which is a game, you can continue to be rich. But it required a human sacrifice. I guess there was some kind of
every
sacrificial
generation
clause
needed a
to
sacrifice.
continue it as well.
And they said the other family that chose not to do it, they said, "Oh well, they just burned
Right.
in their houses, in their
So-
house."
So that reminds me.
Little horns.
What do we think is a potential sequel?
Does there need to be one?
I mean, I don't think it does.
It's about money, Zach. It's not about.
No, if it gets good,
Blues guitar man going down the
if
crossroads
it gets
selling
good
some devil.
reviews and it makes money, they
It doesn't
will
even need good
do a
reviews. It just
sequel.
needs to make money.
I mean, my big
And
question for the ending is, legally, she gets all their riches.
Mhm.
That's her
Yeah.
winnings. Is she gets to walk
Yeah,
away?
I mean, because even though she took the ring off and threw it at him,
that don't
he's
mean
still
nothing.
married.
That don't mean nothing. Yeah, you're still
They
legally
didn't
married.
Which is
no
why I
divorce
think
papers.
that becoming part of the family and part of the sacrifice isn't passive. At some point, those other spouses had to say, "Yep, I'm in," because she
Maybe.
didn't explode. She was married to him.
But maybe that's the thing.
Or
It's-
maybe-
it's part of the game. So you either win the game
Mm-hmm.
And
So you can
you're
win
free.
go fish and own soul yourself to the
maybe.
devil, but because or maybe
Maybe.
if maybe they lost go fish and then
Maybe.
sold to the devil.
Yeah.
But so here's my idea for 2 potential sequels
Okay,
that
I'm
involve
listening.
her.
I'm listening.
One, I don't remember if she was around when they talked about the other family, but
No, she was not.
but maybe she just thinks there has to be other families out there, and so she goes hunting for them because she
Okay.
knows that they're killing people at least once every
Generation.
whatever. Or she does have all the money, so she gets to be filthy rich. She goes to a friend's wedding and then she sees the door and realize her friend is about
Right.
to go through this.
What door?
The door to the room
Yeah.
that had all the
Yeah,
stuff painted
with
on
their
it.
family name, not Ludmos.
Right.
Yeah, but it still had all the devil worship stuff
Yeah.
on it.
Yeah, for sure.
And so that she knows that she has to hang out to save the friend. And so,
Because the house burned down like the Horns did.
Yep.
yeah.
They said, well, they died in a house fire. Like, no, that's not how they
That's
died.
what they said.
Well,
That's
she
what-
also started the house fire.
She also started the house fire. She threw the lantern down.
Yeah.
Right.
And it, I mean, she didn't do it on purpose.
Man,
but-
she should have double tapped people so many times.
Oh, my
for
god!
real.
Double
That
tap!
fucking
Well,
butler.
honestly-
When people
the-
are trying to murder you, you fucking double tap.
Honestly, the first with the butler, I mean, I thought she thought she was good to go. She didn't expect Jeremy or whatever his fucking name was to shut the car down. So,
Oh, God. OnStar.
No, but whenever she was talking to that guy on the
OnStar.
OnStar intercom there, it sounded like that same husband that was sitting on the toilet looking up YouTube on
It probably
how to shoot a
was.
crossbow.
I really expected him to say something like,
We see
you
you,
have to wait,
Grace.
Grace. Like I expected
Right.
him to slip. Yeah.
I was kind of expecting
But I
to
think
like,
it's
just
just
back to the house.
they knew she had the car. They called OnStar and said it was stolen, and they shut it down.
Right.
I really thought, I was like, all right, she's going to do this the right way and just drive forward and go over the butler and just be done
Right.
with it.
That was a good
That's
option too.
what
that she
I thought.
missed.
I definitely feel like the movie, it went 15 minutes too long. Like, when she escapes the third time, I was like, oh, okay, we could...
Oh yeah.
Wrap
it
this
was,
up.
She
We
was
could-
doing a lot of escaping.
She got away a couple of times. Like, oh,
I mean,
okay.
the third time was the brother's, thing. The brother, actually saved her. That
But then they
time. It
caught her
wasn't
again and tied her down, and then she still got... it was-
Wait. So my question was, what did her husband do when he had the knife? Like, did he actually stab her?
Yeah,
Yes.
I think he stabbed her in the
Yeah,
shoulder.
it hit her in the shoulder.
So he.
Why?
She was able to... Because
Well,
she
no,
rolled.
she moved.
She moved
He was
and
trying
rolled.
to kill her.
Oh.
And
he
she,
got the
she,
shoulder.
she
She
gave
She
her that.
crushed the aunt's hand or whatever, and rolled when she lost her grip.
Okay, because that happened.
And
Real
then that's
quick,
what she
I
got.
missed
Like, I have the knife. I'm going to kill you.
And
then
then they
and
all
people
started
started exploding.
exploding.
That's like, fuck this, I got an axe.
Well, because that's another thing I was interesting that Alex. I thought it was interesting that Alex made it to the end of the movie because I figured Alex not wanting her to die, the groom,
Might
he
have
would get
saved him.
killed during the movie because he was trying to
Right.
prevent it.
He was
from
in the way.
happening.
Uh-huh.
But instead, he got pulled into the dark side. It was just like fuck it.
Yeah, the interesting twist at the
Everyone
end...
he cared about was dead, so except her.
I mean,
So-
the interesting twist at the end really lends itself to, like, a sequel. Or, like, basically it's a satire about rich people. Well, they just worship the devil. And that's why they have their riches. And that's why they're evil and maniacal.
you know, if it makes money, someone's going to come. So you're welcome to have my idea.
Take
That she
everybody,
goes
though.
to a friend's
She's a
wedding.
bounty
and she's
hunter
like,
for the devil.
This is one of those families.
They're probably
My friend's
gonna
fucked.
I will wager 10 Jello shots.
To go to the
that they
Vanderbilts
would
next.
totally make a sequel out of that. Because
Oh, for
I
sure.
mean, just especially if it does well. If it makes money now, then
I mean, Rolling Stone gave it 3.5 stars. I read his review to see if I
What's
was
their
on the
top?
same page.
5?
5, yeah.
Oh, okay. It was fun. All right, I think
Yeah.
we said everything. I think we half the movie. So,
nope,
anything else,
nope.
Andrew?
I think that's it. We're the National Drunk Watch.
And now our
Now our
talk
talk
is
is
ended.
ended.
Good night, everybody.
I'm just-